Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Aura and this is going to be the kind of weekly update for the channel and everything Orabox. So it is a Wednesday, it is Europe's reset for World of Warcraft, so we will go into the Mythic Plus chests first thing first, kind of what gear did I get, what were my options, and just generally how did things look. So the Paladin had an option this week of a two-handed weapon at 252, Zincass's Blade of the Fallen God, which is the weapon from the other side, that is crit mastery, and also had an Arachnid's Signet, so the Plaguefall Ring, which is crit haste. Now, having ran the sims for specifically the Rocalo fight, how we expect that to play, the timing between 6 and 7 minutes, and also looking at the longer fights going forward with Kel'Thas and Sylvanas, because the guild is no longer and has not re-cleared for quite a few weeks now. We are mainly focusing on progression because realistically everyone's gear should be at that level now where we don't need to keep repeating. The upgrade for me, despite the fact that I had 246 Jailets that was fully maxed out at rank 5, was actually the weapon. It was only a plus 20 item level upgrade, not plus 20 item level upgrade, plus 20 DPS upgrade, but is still an upgrade nonetheless. Unfortunately for the Warlock, however, due to only having done 2 keys this week, I only had the one option, and that option was a repeat. So we converted that into Soul Ash, and then transferred that Soul Ash across to the Paladin, because unfortunately, and this is kind of my own fault, I have not been keeping on top of Torghast since I created my Divine Resonance rank 6 Legendary. I've just not seen the point in it. Obviously that has changed somewhat since my Necrotic Wake video that I have released, because that was a 20, and I have finally got round to playing Tempest build and using other legendaries. That, paired with kind of planning for 9.1.5, has meant that I need to get back into the habit of farming Soul Ash, or at least doing my weekly stuff, because if I do that and keep on top of it now between now and 9.1.5's release, I'm not then going to have to spend an entire afternoon farming Torghast like a monkey. Because come 9.1.5 and the ability to swap covenants freely, it's going to be problematic if my guild or the group I'm with requires me to play, say, Ventir Paladin because we need Ashen Hallow, and I don't have, say, Mad Paragons maxed out. Or if, for whatever reason, it turns out in tuning that Necrolord is all of a sudden fantastic for PvP, and I don't have the Vanquisher's Hammer legendary, or something like that. So I need to make sure that my options are open, and I can move things around based on my gear. So we are going to be going back into the Soul Ash thing. So with kind of the gearing stuff out of the way, what is the game plan with regards to raiding, Mythic Plus, and things like that this week? Sticking to the WoW topic for now. Well, because it's a tyrannical week, pushing high keys is going to be slightly problematic, but we are going to give it a stab if we're able to. The plan is to try and climb my Raider IO score up to 2300. At the moment, I am just shy of 2200 as a Ret Paladin. I believe my score is 2196-ish, so literally like 4 points off. If we can get to 2300, that will put us in a good position for maybe the next fortified week that comes round, because we do have 15s and 16 fortified keys that we missed out on last week. And it was a bit of an eye-opener at the fact that, you know, if I'm timing these 20 fortifieds, I should really have been pushing for these keys. So we're going to try and see what our limit is this week in terms of tyrannical. I will try and get a Magistrate's Judgment, at least a 235 version crafted so that I can play between that and my Divine Resonance Legendary this week to see which is more effective. But I'm probably going to stick with Divine Resonance purely because of the strength and item level given, and also the fact that my substitute belt that I currently have is 236, and it's a versatility mastery belt that is, honestly, it could really do with some work. But that aside, in terms of raid, we will be progressing Fate Scribe Rocalo tonight on Wednesday the 29th of September, and hopefully Rocalo should go down tonight, which means we will be moving on to Kel'Thuzad. And Kel'Thuzad should, with the recent changes and how cooldowns work in relation to the phylactery and the fact that the fight is kind of turning into a go fight, we should get that down relatively quickly if it's just going to be burst, and more burst. Hopefully. But we shall see. Cast a curse. Please don't take my name. Warlock, though, probably just keep the weeklies and keep it rolling. Look to focus more on the Paladin side of things this week. And also kind of weave in other games. Now, as some of you know, I've been playing Destiny 2. You've been joining and having a bit of a laugh. That will still continue. This week is Iron Banner in Destiny 2, so I will probably try and farm that out Thursday, Friday, and get everything I want done. May put some content on YouTube that starts covering this. I do already have a snapshot of one of my Crucible games over on TikTok, and that was a hunter just flat disappearing from my line of sight as I turned 90 degrees to smack him one. Just flat, completely disappeared. Quite funny to watch, but my editing skills weren't good enough to be, and at this point, he knew he'd done goofed. But anyway, also, anyone that watched stream last night, on kind of like my Tuesday Chill Mayhem, will have noticed that I have actually started on New World as well. And I will probably do a day stream on Saturday, this weekend, to get a good grasp of the game. Unfortunately, the logging queues at the moment are horrendous. They are taking quite some time. The noise you've probably just heard was me swapping screen to check the logging queue. I am currently 614th, and I've already been sat in it for the best part of an hour. And I'm trying to get a little bit of game time in before raid. Because the intention is that I'm going to put a YouTube video out and kind of talk about what I think of it, its combat, and generally like what I found playing it so far as a complete beginner. I didn't get to beta test it. I haven't really looked into it too much. I am playing this completely fresh and kind of just winging it. The only criteria is that our main weapon is going to be a two-hander, and we are going to try, through one way or another, try and craft essentially a Retribution Paladin in New World. So at the moment, we're running around with a huge big great axe that is kind of leech focused through some of the skills, but that may change as we get more weapons, get more skills, and see what works and what doesn't. There are options for it to potentially turn into something like a protection paladin, but we need a life staff or a healing artifact, however they are in the game, to see how the healing spells work and the buffs work as to whether or not it's going to be a hybrid. So feel free to hop in and join me for that discovery, and we will see how things pan out going forwards. In the meantime, though, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope to see you in one of the streams either tonight or later on this week, and I will catch up with you there. In the meantime, though, have a good one, folks. See you later.